Look, let me be honest with you for 1 second. I know we have a pandemic going on, but there's still some things that you gotta do that you still have time to. Okay, and I don't. Do you know a lot of people that don't live in homes right now? Do you know a lot of people don't have anything else to do in their home because of this virus? But there is like one thing that you can do. You can do many things at home. You can read a book. You can watch TV. I mean, thank God you got TV, right? No TV, no Netflix, no Hulu, no YouTube. And you got cleaning duties. Someone else got to, vacuum the house, clean the dishes in the sink, clean the kitchen floor. It seems like the only thing we do outside now is go shopping and everything else. But you know me. You know what I go shopping for? I go shopping for food. I go shopping a lot lately for food. And I've been to the grocery store like 5 times in a month. Because I get so passionate. I get so passionate about making food for other people and then transforming my cuisine to make people want to enjoy it more. That's what I love about cooking, and that's why I spent 2 years in culinary school. Because I had a love and I had a passion to cook. And eventually make food taste great. And I hope some of you guys who go out to restaurants or, go to DoorDash, Uber Eats, they get the shit from the restaurant ordered, and then they got to get the shit back to the house and eat the restaurant food. That's like a lot of money. Not to mention, let me think, you got to pay the people that make the food to the restaurant, and then you got to pay a delivery fee, and then comes the added bonus of a tip. Which I'm not mad at anybody with that. That's y'all thing. Y'all do what y'all want to do. But my main focus is making food homemade. And then letting the people in your family enjoy it too. That's pretty much how it was based on. Look, man. I'm going to tell you like it is. If you ain't got no kitchen with no steel sink, no gas stove and oven, no microwave, and not even a goddamn kitchen island. Not to mention to prep your own food on, if you're cutting vegetables and shit, then I didn't even know why you bother. I've spent my whole entire life in a kitchen, a culinary school kitchen for 2 years. And I've been inside long enough to know that people can make up their own food, their own way. You either get taught by professionals, or you can try to look up a recipe yourself and see if you can do it for yourself. Now, I'm not judging your skill, and I'm not judging how good your cooking skill is. You can learn a little something from somebody, who has experience, like me, perhaps. You guarantee, if you gave me a Facebook message, a messenger saying that you want me to come to your house and cook, I might teach you a little something, but it's going to have to cost you. Yeah. It's going to have to cost you those little ducats you got. I was just kidding about that. I'm sorry. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is, you can start off small. You can start off making things out of a box and see where that takes you. But it won't compare to the quality of making it homemade. See, there's a whole lot of aspects that go into that, I made a soup homemade just today. And you know how I did that? Because I woke up this morning, I broke down a whole chicken and cut the breastbone, cut some celery, onions, and herbs and stuff like that, and made a homemade stock this morning. I put it in the stove for almost 2.5 hours, and it turned yellow. And I strained through all the stuff that was in the stock, the bones and stuff like that, and I got a clear yellow stock. And then I took that stock and cut up some vegetables that were small, and I took some egg noodles and chicken and put together a little warm homemade winter soup called chicken noodle soup. I'm sure you guys heard of it. It was really delicious. The one thing you got to know about me is that I put my heart and soul into every dish that I make at home. And I think that's what you should do too. You know, cooking is just a part of everyday life. I mean, sometimes if you don't have time, you either got to go to the restaurant and do it, and get something to eat there, or you can get something like, say a whole rotisserie chicken from a store called Safeway or Winco. I mean, that's good every now and then, but it won't compare. And I know people are like, busy this time of year. They got to go to work and stuff like that. But what if you're off on the weekend? My advice to you is take that time to go out and cook and see where that takes you. You got the skills. You got the spunk and you got the creativity to make whatever you want. You want to make pancakes? I do it homemade. You want to make mac and cheese? I do it homemade. You want to make egg rolls? Well, I don't know how to do that homemade yet, but you get the point. Cooking is a skill that other people need to make themselves better. They won't have to spend like a lot of money on a restaurant anymore. They can just make the shit homemade, like I do. But luckily, I mean, what do you want? Let me tell you something. I'll be for real right here. When I was in culinary school, I learned a lot from two chefs that have actually, scratch that. I learned from a chef who's taught me everything I need to know. Told me how to do the mise en place, the setups, the cooking process and how everything works. When I started out in culinary school, I didn't have no skills whatsoever. The only skill I had to make was pasta out of a box and top ramen. And believe it or not, I learned how to cook when I was I don't know, I can remember, but 6 years old to be exact. Yeah, we were all in the kitchen, me and my dad, my brothers and my family. And we would always have these family dinners. And my dad, he would offer me to help him cook, and I did that. We lived in that blue house, and my dad had this deep fryer that he's had for years. And we would fry our chicken in it. And I get it, it was a little bit dirty, but... So he dips that chicken in the flour, and it comes out really, really great. And it was tasty. And usually when he was sick and stuff, I usually help him out. I helped him cook his stuff for him. And that's what I did when I was during high school, the first part of high school. Yeah, he if anything, he helped me out too. Taught me how to cook, how to clean, how to cook them ham hocks and collard greens. I mean, if anything, he cooks a lot of his food from back in the day when he was living in the South and stuff like that. And I actually kind of learned a lot. I actually enjoyed his food back then. I'm not mad. I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at it at all. Hell, I probably learned more from him than I did back then. And I'm really loving the way how I'm learning about how food works now. It gave me a sense of responsibility that not other people have. I broke down all the barriers, all the stuff that I had to do to make sure I was skilled in it. And look at me now. I got an associate's degree, 2 years in applied science. And for those of you that don't know, culinary arts is an applied science. And I wouldn't have been the man that I was today if I didn't learn that cooking is an essential part of life. And it should be an essential part of your life too. Because if you don't realize it, you can get that same stuff at the restaurant, but you notice that you can cook the same stuff at the restaurant at home, right? That's just my opinion. And yeah. Pretty much what it is about cooking is you gotta know what to do, what you want to cook first off. Say if you want to cook a steak and you want to cook it medium rare. How are you going to cook it? In a skillet, in an oven? Most 9 times out of 10 would be a skillet. And you have to get that crust on it. And then you have to, like, decide whether it's... So that's the kind of stuff you need to worry about. You need to decide whether it's, like, what you want or not. For me, I like all my shit all cooked. Because that's the type of person that I am. I'm not going to settle for, eating stuff bloody. Because you said that makes it taste good? Sure, it might taste good to you, but it ain't going to taste good for me. Okay, I don't believe in eating raw foods. It's salmonella. That's all I'm going to say about that, salmonella. That's what I'm saying, I don't want to get those food illnesses and stuff like that. But see, the point that I'm trying to make is you can make your own food. And it's got to be unique to you. And in order to make that food, you have to make it homemade. You can learn a lot of time. It's going to take some time to build up. But trust me, when you get to that skill, trust me, I guarantee you, you'll be a better cook in no time. And a lot of cooking people will see that and follow that. So my advice to you, learn how to cook. That's it. Learn how to cook. That's all you gotta do. I mean, because who really wants to pay $10 on a hamburger? Who wants to spend $25 on a steak? Who wants to spend $50 getting all that fried chicken for a party when you know damn well you can make that at home? Let's think about that. Why? Because I'm going to tell you like this. Shannon says so. Oh, and I would pretty much appreciate it if you guys watched my videos. This is like the longest Shannon Says So video I've ever done. And I'm going to be talking more topics like this next year. And you guys are going to find out sooner or later. I ain't got nothing else to do during the coronavirus, but entertain myself. And sometimes, go to work and cook. And that's what I want all you guys to do too. Starting now. I don't mean starting now. I mean literally just do it. Just try it out one day. And you'll see what I mean. And I love you, Dad, for teaching me everything you need to know about cooking. Thank you. Thank you all so much.